Hello and welcome to the future of work, ethics and tech. Today I'm going to take you through how to use Google's AI chatbot, Gemini. Now, Gemini is one of the main competitors of ChatGPT. Yeah. And as you may know, Google has invested a lot in building its AI chatbot and training its own AI model. And Gemini initially it was called Google Bard, yeah, but now they changed its name when they released the Gemini large language model. Yeah. So today let's look at how to use this model. Let's look at how to use this chatbot. Yeah, let's look at its capability. Is it better than ChatGPT? What can it do better? Or really, what can you generate with the free version of Gemini that you cannot generate with the free version of ChatGPT? Well, let's begin. So the first thing, guys, you need to go to gemini.google.com. Or really, you can just Google Gemini and then you're going to find it at the top of the list. You select that. I'm going to add this link onto the description. So you're going to find this link in the description. So do not worry yourself. Well, so as you can see, guys, so this is just how it looks like. Yeah. This is how their homepage looks like. So this is a free account, guys. You can be able to advance. Google released an advanced model of Gemini, and then they have a premium version. Similar to what OpenAI did with ChatGPT. They released the free version. Then when they released an advanced model, they made that advanced model accessible to paid users. However, now, as we saw in the last video on ChatGPT, now we did realize that now OpenAI have made all the three advanced models that they have released latest, including GPT-4o, they have made them available for free. Yeah, so you can be able to access them for free on ChatGPT. Well, so if you look at let's just comb these. Well, that is just my account. Let's just comb these and see some of the things. So you can go to settings there and just explore this. So you can see I have tried to generate some things using this model before. I've tried to interact with it. By the way, I have used the premium version of Gemini before. As you know, I do have a premium version of ChatGPT. So it makes no sense to have two premium versions of two different models. So I have tried the premium version of Gemini, and it really works well. Yeah, it generates content, a lot of content, and the level of detail is also higher compared to the free version. However, to a great extent, I did find ChatGPT's GPT-4o to be more advanced in terms of content compared to Gemini. That's just my own assessment. Depending on what kind of content you generated with both apps, maybe you may have a different conclusion. But for me, the kind of content I was generating, I did realize that I was getting better content from GPT-4o. Well, perhaps Gemini will advance more, and we can see some of its content. So let's start with generating text content. So I'm just going to start with the conversation starters that they have put here. These ones, let me just use this and see what it's gonna generate. So you can click submit or you can click enter. Well, look at that. I really don't see any difference in terms of the detail between these two free versions. That is Gemini free version and ChatGPT's free version. But if you use ChatGPT's, and when I talk about ChatGPT's free version, I'm still referring to the GPT 3.5. However, if you used the latest model, GPT-4, GPT 4o, I mean, it will give you more advanced content or more detailed content than this. Yeah. Well, I want to try to write a custom prompt. Let's write a custom prompt. Can you write a 3-stanza poem on the topic love is blind. Well, I mean, in high school we were struggling with writing some of these poems for mates or for friends in high school. I mean, it was a business in high school. Yeah, if people are going for music festivals, you need to write a poem for them, and then they print them or they write them in a certain well designed letter, and then they go with them to music festivals. So let's see what I would do today if I was in high school. I would use Gemini to create such simple and amazing poems. Well, let's say you don't want to write a poem, right? Maybe you want to write a YouTube script, a script for a YouTube video. Right. A script for a 15-minute YouTube video on the topic how to cook meat stew. Well, I like goat meat, so that is the first thing I'm gonna think about how to cook. Well, look at that, guys. So you realize that if you compare this with a GPT 3.5, there is really no big difference, yeah, in terms of what it can generate. Well, I've tried to generate a similar one with ChatGPT, but when I did that, I didn't get the outro and the intro. Yeah. Well, although this was not a video to compare the two, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to compare the free versions. Yeah. I'm going to try to paste this same script on ChatGPT, and here you can see I am on this. I've set it to GPT 3.5. So let me paste that, and boom. So you realize that it just puts the end of script. It does not include for instance, the intro, the outro that we saw on Gemini. Yeah, you can see this detail here where it tells you where to add the music, yeah, and the intros and the outro, yeah. So I think that's just for me is better. Gemini gives me a better content for that, the free version, compared to the GPT 3.5. However, of course, you cannot compare GPT-4 or GPT 3 or GPT 4o with this free version of Gemini. If you go to GPT 4o, then you need to compare it with the advanced version, that is the paid version of Gemini. You can see that at the top right corner here. The top right corner there, you can be able to see let me just see if I can get that. No, I don't think I can get. I needed a highlighter. Well, just look at the top right corner of your screen. You're able to see try Gemini Advanced. Yeah, so you can be able to try that and see the difference. Well, because this is not going to be a very long video, I'm going to try one more. I'm going to try one more. Prompt for text content. Then we go to how generating some images. An article on the title, the topic, future of work. Well, you look at that. Well, that's good, man. And you realize this, of course, is free, as this, of course, is free. So, I mean, you just see the amount of content this can generate. Yeah. So I'm going to just give you a prompt on this title. I'm going to give it a prompt, a new prompt. Generate an image of iPhone 14 Pro Max. Okay, let me make it a mock-up image, so that, I mean, it's something that you can use for your marketing of an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Wait, here is a mock-up image of an iPhone 14 Pro Max. So it's generating the image. Now, one thing that, in my view, by the way, the Gemini model beats the DALL-E model. That is the model that ChatGPT has integrated onto its ChatGPT model, or GPT-4 and GPT-4o model, the one that generates images. In my view, the Gemini model generates better images compared to ChatGPT, and I'll tell you why. You look at, I mean, these are so realistic images. They don't look generated with ChatGPT. And second, I like the fact that Gemini gives you more options. It does not just generate one image. It gives you, for every prompt, even if you don't ask it to give you options, yeah, it gives you right up front, it gives you 4 images to choose. So you can be able to choose like this one, you can be able to choose this one, or if you want a bright color, that one. So I just like the way it generates more images. So let me try another one. Generate a mock-up. Let me just now use a different term, a realistic image of a sport shoe. With the brand. Of course, this should be a sports shoe. So, of course, you can see there. It's able to correct me. I've integrated Grammarly, by the way. You can see Grammarly here, the G. So it's also able to help me to check the spelling. So a brand name. What is the brand name, guys, for this shoe? Okay, let's make it shoe X. and see what it generates. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow, I mean, I feel like starting this shoe line now, because this brand looks good. Now this, by the way, clearly this, in my view, is better than what I get from DALL-E, because one, I like the fact that I have 4 options up front. Yeah, for ChatGPT's DALL-E, I mean, you have to generate, and it gives you one option for any prompt that you put there. It doesn't give you multiple options. Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like that the fact that I have to generate again for me to see another version. But here you see, for instance, if I want to use on social media, I can use this one. This one already gives me a nice background on a background of X. So the background is already advertising the brand, the shoe brand name X. Yeah, even this one is good because it's on the shoe. I like the X is on the shoe and it's a different color. So it gives you different brands, not different but different colors of the shoe with the same brand name, so that you can choose what to use, and you can click here to generate more. Yeah. I don't know if you realize that ChatGPT doesn't have that button for generate more. Yeah, look at that. So it brings a different type of shoe. It brings a different color of shoe or different design. So I mean, if I was marketing my shoe cloth line called Shoe X, then I'm able to really generate a number of social media images, by the way, guys. So this is really amazing. And if you ask me, this beats what I get from ChatGPT. Yeah, this beats what I get from ChatGPT. Even GPT-4, even, of course, because you generate in ChatGPT, you cannot be able to generate images using the GPT 3.5. Yeah, for you to generate images, you have to use the GPT 4 or GPT-4, or on a premium or on a plus account. Now here you're generating this kind of images that you can use straight to your social media platforms for your social media marketing, without even having to really do much editing here. And they look realistic. They look at 3D mockups. So I just like what Gemini is giving us here, guys. I wish that I still had my the advanced version of Gemini. I don't need to but I'm going to do another video where I will show you the capabilities. I'm gonna maybe later buy an advanced version of, or an advanced model of Gemini, and then we can try and compare it with the GPT-4o, right? So we are gonna see that much later, guys. Yeah, we're gonna see that much later. And then another thing with this model is that it allows you to do 2 things. It allows you to record, yeah, so you can be able to record, yeah, and it allows you as well to upload an image, so you can be able to upload. By the way, I'm also going to do a video much later on how to use the Gemini Advanced, and also tell you about its capabilities vis-a-vis the ChatGPT's paid version, GPT-O or GPT-4. Well, thank you.